Okay, hello and welcome to another Box of Faves episode. And today's favorite is the Batman 1966 TV series. It was one of my absolute favorites when I was very young. Um, I would make sure I was home from school on time so that I could catch um, the second part of the usual cliffhanger, like where you were told by the narrator to be there for the same bat time and the same bat channel to find out if Batman and Robin escaped the deadly trap set for them by the villain of the week. And I think that's what made the show so much fun. I mean, when I was watching it, it was the late 1980s and it was being rerun on one of our local, Canadian cable stations here. And I loved it. It might as well have been a brand new show to me at the time. And it's been like one of my favorite shows, like my favorite TV shows ever. There's very few shows that have kind of lived up to um, the enjoyment, like, and the enjoyed repeated viewing. So, um, Batman at the time worked on two levels, I think. It worked on the level of like adults would kind of get some of the more sophisticated humor that had been brought into the show by the writers, that would kind of probably just go over a lot of younger viewers' heads. But like that was okay because there was enough action in the show, enough intrigue that people of all ages could stay interested in it. And if some of the lines you know were you know were uh, were understood differently by different audiences, that was okay. It didn't really matter. It was still enjoyable no matter how you were interpreting it or how you were understanding it. Um, yeah, and it was really wonderful because they had all these, at this point in time, the late 1960s, a lot of these actors who would play the villains, they were like classic actors. They were serious actors. Some of them were indeed Shakespeareans. Um, okay, so it says here, so popular was the Penguin, played by Burgess Meredith, that producers um, had scripts ready for Burgess at all times, so that he could be doing the Penguin at any point. And the Penguin is in so many episodes, like all three seasons. He appears in, I think season 2 he did the most. He did some of the most episodes in that season. Like just his character, I think his particular character made many appearances in the second season. And another cool fact here, hang on. Is it about Julie Newmar playing Catwoman? Apparently she got two cats of her own. Yeah, there we are. There's Julie. Now, there was 3 different actresses who played Catwoman. And this wasn't the only time that they did that. Like, with the Riddler, they had John Astin, who played Gomez on the Addams Family, and who was also married to Patty Duke, who you may remember from, or some people may remember from Valley of the Dolls. Anyway, so he replaced the Frank Gorshin as the Riddler for 2 episodes towards the end of season 2. And as some people might remember, in terms of Catwoman, Eartha Kitt played her in season 3, and I have to say, I loved I loved Eartha Kitt's Catwoman probably the most of all. I thought she was the most, like, it just felt so natural to see and hear her playing Catwoman. She just seemed to have the voice, the gestures, the movement, the body. She was very cat-like, and um, I guess it's like to no one's surprise that apparently the role was intended for her, um, at least in the show. I'm not sure about the actual character, but so there's also some special features in the DVD. There's special features disc in here, in the season 3 book, of DVDs. So there's like a memorabilia that's pretty cool. That extra. Um, there's a chat with Adam West. You know, and it's I know now that so many of the original, the actors that were on this series have sadly passed away. Um, this is all the more. I guess it's all the more beautiful because, um, as far as I know, Burt Ward and Julie Newmar are among the few folks who were on the show that are still alive. A lot of the henchmen and I don't know, because say hench ladies, gun malls, are 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 still around too, and um, occasionally they talk about when they worked on the show and all that. So yeah, so this is a really important in terms of history because um, sadly a lot of the folks who worked on the show are no longer with us. So it's pretty cool to hear about all that. Okay, so here is the DVD menu. One of the best parts of the show was the classic bat fights. With the big sound effects. And the perils. Oh no. But there we go. Batman came to the rescue. And in this episode, they use the Bat Boat, which is so cool. I loved it whenever they used the Bat Boat. So, because I have so much to say about this show, I am going to do a second part to go into more detail about the show and what I thought was cool about it, in terms of design as well as um, what it means culturally, then and now. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.